htop is an excellent process management program for killing tasks and tracking the usage of your CPU and your RAM usage on your computer. However, htop is not a sufficient program for monitoring the process usage, temperature, and power utilization of your graphics card. That is where NVTOP comes into play, at least for those of y'all who are using Nvidia graphics cards on Linux. This will let you see the utilization of the GPU, which is great for doing things like identifying bottlenecks and making sure that programs which are configured to use the GPU are indeed utilizing that resource. To install it, there's a few different methods depending on what Linux distribution you're using. It's available via apt for Ubuntu, Debian, and other Debian-based distributions that are based on Buster. And of course, it's also going to be available via pacman for Arch Linux and Arch-based distributions. But I'm actually going to show you guys how to build this from source, because source-based builds are Linux distro agnostic, meaning it doesn't really matter what distro, desktop environment in its system. None of that really matters. These steps are going to be the same regardless of what you're running. So the first thing that we'll want to do is install our dependencies, because there's actually a few that NVTOP needs in order to work. So in your terminal, run this command, sudo apt install cmake libn curses 5-dev libn curses w5-dev and git. And if you're curious what all of these different applications are used for, let me actually zoom this a bit so you guys can see. If you're curious what these are used for, Git, of course, allows us to download the software from GitHub. The libcurses5 dev programs are ncurses libraries, which are used for updating character screens in an optimized way. And cmake is an open-sourced, cross-platform family of tools that is designed to build, test, and package software. So this is going to be used with the compilation, since again, we are building it from source. And once these programs are installed, we can go ahead and follow the build instructions that are here on the GitHub repo. So it has them right here. So of course, first thing we're going to do is clone it. Let me fit everything properly. So go ahead and clone that. And then you want to go ahead and create these directories. After you've made the directory, go ahead and cmake. And then you want to, if you get errors with the cmake, then you can try copying this cmake command to get past it. And then we'll do a make. And then we'll do a sudo make install. Make sure that you have sudo prepended to that command, because otherwise it's just not going to work correctly. You're going to get an error that there are insufficient privileges. So now that that is done, you can run NVTOP, and it's also added to your path. So you can, you don't have to be in this particular directory to run it. Like, you can cd into the home directory, and then you can go ahead and run it from there. And as you can see, it has an interface that's really similar to htop. In fact, let me actually bring an htop up, because maybe some of you guys are unfamiliar with that. So this is htop. It's used for monitoring CPU, memory swap, number of process IDs, things like that. Now, there actually aren't quite as many options with NVTOP as there is with htop. As you can see, there's quite a bit more that's going on with htop. I suspect that This is because the CPU and RAM is going to be utilized more often and by more programs than your GPU. As you can see down here, I've only got this is like 6 or 7, maybe 8. Oh, it's a little hard to tell with how far zoomed it is. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's about 8 programs that are using my GPU. And it tells you the specific process IDs that are using it. So of course, OBS is utilizing it because I'm using the NVENC codec, XFCE, that's my desktop environment, and Steam, of course Steam is going to use that, and Chromium, because Chromium is of course a GPU optimized browser. And I'm actually going to open up a game in Steam so that we can watch how the process utilization climbs. Right now I'm at about 40% of my GPU usage. So let's fire up Terraria and see how this climbs. It's going to take just a little bit of time to load this. Should probably go into an actual game. So yeah, you can see it jumped up about another 10% because, of course, Terraria, being a game, that's going to utilize more of the process as well. Yeah, so we're at about half of my GPU usage with everything I got going running. Maybe it's about time that I upgrade my GPU. I kind of want to get a AMD graphics card though, to be honest, because Nvidia, they're just, it doesn't play as well with Linux, you know, like I'm using the proprietary drivers, so I don't even know what's going on with my drivers at the end of the day. I just know that it's some proprietary stuff that Nvidia cooked up and nobody can actually really see what's going on with it. It just runs and makes my GPU do the thing without me understanding how it makes it do the thing. And NVTOP, it gives us all of the relevant GPU stats. So you can see my device that I have here, a GeForce GTX 970. It gives you some of the PCI information. So of course, this is a Gen 3 graphics card. I don't really know if there's any PCIe Gen 4 graphics cards that have come out yet. I know we've had PCIe Gen 4 for a couple of years now, so I wouldn't be surprised if Nvidia and AMD start releasing Gen 4 cards, assuming that they're actually able to utilize the technology. Because I know with some of the NVMe, NVMe SSDs, for example, they do have Gen 4 NVMe SSDs, but they're not really that much better than something like a Samsung, a 970 Evo Plus, something like that. Like the difference isn't really that big between a high-end 3rd gen PCIe and a high-end 4th gen PCIe. But anyway, you can see the clock speed of my graphics card here. You can also see the clock speed of my VRAM. You can see the temperature, and by default it's going to be in Celsius. You can see the fan speed, so it's at 59% right now. I wonder if that's probably 59% within the context of BIOS settings, because I know in my BIOS I can configure my graphics card to be sort of on a quiet mode, and I think that's how I have it set now, because I actually don't really utilize my graphics card too much in my day-to-day usage. You can see power, so this is measured in watts. It's using 81 out of 250. And then you have the actual stats here. So like you can see it's using about 41% of the total GPU capacity that it has. And then you can see the memory here, and then it's actually going to be measured in how many gigs of VRAM I'm using out of the total. So I have just below 4 gigs of VRAM. And then all the different apps down here, we already covered that. There is also a man page for NVTOP, just like there is with any good terminal command. So if we take a look at it, some of the options that we have, you can change the delay between updates. So that's going to be how often the screen refreshes with the GPU utilization stats. You can monitor a specific graphics card by its ID. So this is if you had multiple GPUs, if you were using like what, SLI or something like that, Crossfire, I think is what they call it over in the AMD world. You can do no color. So if you just wanted a kind of monochrome, like black and white sort of looking graph, you could do that. And then my favorite one of all is freedom units. So you can display your temperature in Fahrenheit because I'm an American and Celsius is confusing for me. So let's actually do that. NVTOP F, so I can actually see. And wow, yeah, temperature on my graphics card is 138 degrees Fahrenheit. So quite a bit warmer than it gets outside, but not too warm to where it's concerning. Usually if you're below boiling, so like 212 Fahrenheit, and what would that be in Celsius? 100? Yeah, 100 Celsius. Usually if things like your graphics card and CPU is below that, then you're safe. Some other people might say like 90 Celsius. But usually 100 is like critical, right? If it gets that high, then your system's probably going to shut down to prevent any type of damage to your hardware. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to share it with your friends, enemies, and neutral allies. Like the video, subscribe, and tick the notification bell so that you know when new content is being released. Peace out, guys.